Hello. Hello, YouTube world. I hope you're having a good day or a miserable day. If that strikes your fancy, if that's your vibe. If you're having a bad day, misery loves company. So, any darkness, any misery, any sadness, any depression, type it all in the chat. That is the vibe tonight. Embracing the darkness because without the dark, there would be no light. So we have to have a place for the darkness. The darkness has to have a place. Merlith, great to see you. How are you doing tonight? How are you doing tonight? Wednesday Addams here. So Merlith, I know you wanted me to watch The Crow. You were the top super chatter during the last live stream. So I wanted to watch The Crow since that was your suggestion. I heard this film has a lot of darkness, so I'm excited about that. Comment below, let me know if this is your first time watching The Crow, or if you're watching it again with me. Hopefully this experience will be a new perspective on The Crow, perhaps. Perhaps you will see The Crow in an even more depressing and dark light. We welcome the darkness here. We embrace the darkness here. I'm going to set a goal. Let's see if I get 10 super chats within the next 2 hours. So we hit the super chat goal last time. So since we hit the super chat goal last time, I'm going to host a class, essentially. Wednesday Addams is going to teach you the Wednesday Addams dance. I'm going to schedule that live pretty soon. So if we hit the goal tonight, how should we celebrate, y'all? What should be the celebration if we hit the super chat goal? Before I create the goal, I want to know what y'all think. With my dad, he was a big Bruce Lee fan. Oh, cool. Awesome. Crazy Cat. Long time no chat. How are you, Crazy Cat? See, you're reacting to this cult classic. What do you know about The Crow? Well, I know that it's about some guy with dark eyeliner, so naturally I'm interested. I know it's a bit gothic and dark, and it's great to see you, Crazy Cat. But this isn't, I know I look a little like Kim, but I'm not Kim. I'm Wednesday Addams. Kim is way too cheerful. She's way too sunny. She has such a positive perspective on life. Okay, this is Wednesday Addams. And I'm okay. I'm okay with embracing the things in life that aren't always so positive. There's such a thing as toxic positivity. And I am not about that. I'm about embracing the darkness, welcoming the darkness. The darkness needs to have its place. But it is great to see you, Crazy Crazy Cat. I am about to create a goal for the super chats tonight. And if we achieve our goal, how should we celebrate? What should the celebration be? What do you guys think? Wednesday tied Kim up and put her in the closet. Yes, I did tie her up. She's probably whining in the closet right now. She's probably like practicing yoga, peace and harmony or something. Not this girl. Crazy cat with crazy chats. Yes, it's based on an independent black and white comic. Well, I love black and white as Wednesday Addams. Black and white are my favorite colors. So, Yeah, the comic book came into creation from the author's tragedy, and then the movie itself ended up involving a tragedy. Now, I did hear something about this film um, ending in tragedy. What are the details of that? Because I'm all about tragedy. I like the tragic stuff. It's more real, it's more honest. A happy world is just not my reality as Wednesday Addams. There's a great short document about the creator of the book and where the story comes from. Very cool. Well, if you want to share that link, or did you mean documentary? Did you mean document or documentary? If you have a link you want to share, you can share it in the description. The tragedies around the crow are very sad and tragic. Yes, I thought you might have meant documentary. See, Wednesday is savvy. Not like Kim. She's not savvy. However, I am. I'm a lot smarter than her in many ways. Not to diss Kim, she's great in her own way, but Kim's not here tonight. Wednesday is. There was probably gun that malfunctioned. Oh, goodness. The main lead in this, Brandon Lee's son, died during the shooting from a misfired blank. Wow, that is very dark. That's very tragic. That's horrible. Goodness. It's sad. It's a lesson. These filmmakers, like, you have to be careful when you're making a movie. I mean, what was that story about? Oh, what was his name? That guy who they weren't doing the safety correctly with the gun. What was that guy's name? He accidentally shot a blank at this director. I think her name was Helena. What was his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about? They used cutting edge technology for the time to complete the film after Brandon Lee died. All right, if y'all see me crack a smile, remind me not to smile, okay? We like frowns here. Don't let me crack a smile. Alec Baldwin. Yes, Alec Baldwin did that. Yeah. Alec Baldwin should have known better. The entire team on that set should have known better. Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son. Yeah. That's terrible. Well, now I'll be watching this knowing what happened. Makes it even more sad. It's okay to be sad sometimes. It's okay to embrace the darkness. All right, so if we achieve our super chat goal, speaking of darkness and gothic and Halloween time, I was thinking maybe if we achieve the super chat goal tonight, I can host a live where I read and discuss your choices for dark poetry, short stories, song lyrics. I thought that might be a fun way to celebrate the winning if we achieve the super chats. What do you guys think? The last time we achieved our super chat goal, I agreed to host a dance party where I'm teaching the Wednesday Addams dance. So I'll be doing that soon. Edgar Allan Poe reading. Yes, we could have a Poe night. YouTube has randomly censored my comments before when typing certain names. That's interesting. YouTube shouldn't censor people. Boo to the censoring. Boo to that. So I'm going to say if I achieve the super chats, I will host where I'll read and discuss Your favorite. This is stories, poems, songs. So, if we achieve the goal tonight, I will host a live where I will read and discuss dark stories, poems, songs of your choice. We can have a gothic Halloween night. Uh, we'll do that this month. All of October, Wednesday is going to be live every Wednesday. Wednesday will be here every Wednesday night. We will be watching a spooky, dark, gothic themed film in honor of this dark season of October. Before we go to the light stuff, Kim will be back in November and December for her cheerful, happy times. But in October, you get nothing but Wednesday on Wednesdays. For people who have never seen The Crow, I kind of feel it's better not to tell people about Brandon Lee's death. The Crow is kind of an underrated film, though, being a cult classic. Brandon Lee's death has always overshadowed the film, which is an amazing artistic achievement. Yes, I heard this film was an amazing artistic achievement. I've never seen it before. This is my first time watching it, and I'm very excited to share the experience with you. So I hope you can watch along. There will be a timer, and I need to grab the timer. Kim probably has the timer. I got to go grab the timer from Kim. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. All right. So this is going to be my timer. Notice how the timer is black and white just to match my outfit. I'm also drinking out of a black, dark, gothic mug. And what am I drinking tonight? Something very, very dark. It's dark cocoa with dark, dark flavors. um, That's a good question, Crazy Cat. There shouldn't be too many ads playing during the stream, but the time will be correct. So I'm going to start the timer here. So you can just sync up with me on the timer. There shouldn't be ads playing during the stream. If an ad does pop up, just skip. Yeah, Merlith says I'd never seen an ad playing during the stream. So there shouldn't be many, if any at all. And if there is one, just skip it right away. And the timer will be correct. So you'll be able to sync up with the timer. Good question, though. Crazy Cat, I am as excited as I could possibly be. And it takes a lot to excite Wednesday Addams that you are here. I haven't talked to you in a while, so I'm excited that you're here. The Crow came out in 4K recently. Looks gorgeous in 4K. I'm sure I'm going to be watching it on my little iPad. I have earbuds. This will be the timer, so this is how we'll stay in sync together. And please chat with me while we watch. That's why I'm doing this live, so I can share the experience and the darkness with you all, because misery loves company. Right, Marlith? Good. Mopar says, Mopar hasn't seen ads either. Shouldn't be ads. Let me make sure the earbuds are connected. So yeah, stay tuned for the Wednesday Addams dance tutorial. We achieved all the super chats. We achieved my goal last time, so the dance tutorial will be scheduled soon. If we achieve all the super chats goals tonight, 15 super chats, then I will host another live where I will be reading, discussing your choice of your favorite spooky gothic poem, song, short stories, anything of that nature. Mopar, you have a safety plushie? Good, good. Marlis says, I even brought all my miserable imaginary friends to watch as well. I love the dark humor. We welcome dark humor in the chats. We welcome dark hearts, dark quotes. Hi, Daniel. All right. So when you guys are ready to start the stream, just say ready. We'll do a countdown and then I'll hit play. So that way we will all be in sync at the same time. So just say ready when you're ready. Crazy Cat, are you ready? I'm as excited as Wednesday Addams could be excited. All right, we'll wait for your disc to boot up. As we watch, be thinking about your favorite spooky, dark, gothic stories, poems, or songs that you might want me to read and discuss. If we reach our super chat goal, that's how we will celebrate. I'm trying not to smile. It's hard though. Wednesday Addams only smiles when she has friends that are just as dark as she is, like you guys. Da 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 da. The Addams Family. Their house is a museum. When people come to see them, they really are a scream. The Addams Family. Evanescence. Ooh, I love Evanescence. How can you see into my eyes like open doors, leading you down into my core, where I've become so numb? Can we go full meta and Wednesday Addams Family? I would be happy to watch my movies. The top person who donates the most super chats tonight will get to pick the next film. But I will take everyone's suggestions into consideration. That's a great suggestion, Mopar. Wake me up inside. Wake me up inside. Call my name and save me from the dark. Great. I love Evanescence. All right. Are we ready to start? Looks like Crazy Cat's ready. Daniel's ready. Merlith is ready. I actually bought tickets to a metal band. Cool. I've never heard of that band that is coming to Norway in November. Well, you should go. That sounds like a lot of fun, especially if it's like similar to Evanescence. Okay. All right. So we're going to count down. Wait, let me make sure my speaker's connected. Speakers are connected. All right. So we're going to count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hit. Sorry, let me do that again. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. And I'm going to try to see if anybody can count how many times I blink. I'm going to try not to blink at all while I watch this. All right, sorry, I wasn't totally ready. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit play. Okay. Dimension Films. This was made in 1994. Brandon Lee. The Crow. October 30th, Devil's Night. All right. I like the sound of that. Looks like smoke. Oh, the crow carries the soul. Oh, the crow can bring the soul back. All right. Well, nothing says romance like fire, smoke, and the faint stench of moral decay. I like this actor. Forget his name. I've seen him in a lot of 80s, 90s films. This actor right here playing the cop. Headset Hub, how are you? You can sync up with us. We just started. We are at 1 minute and 44 seconds into The Crow. Wednesday Addams here. It's already started. Mr. Eric Draven. That's Ernie Hudson. Ernie Hudson. Thank you, Crazy Cat. Yes, he was a Ghostbuster. That's right. I'm glad you're not sick anymore, Headset Hub. Ooh, there's the crow itself. Looks like she's in dire condition, this woman. That's a nice close-up of the crow. Comment if you think the crow is like a real crow or a prop crow. Sarah. Yes, that woman looks very injured, like seriously injured. Mike White. They use real crows. How are you tonight, Mike White? Are you feeling miserable and dark? I hope so. Oh no. I wonder what happened to her. Awesome. If you have any dark emojis, I like the black hearts. Oh, starting with death. My kind of movie, I must say, is Wednesday Addams. Ooh, I like the crow. Yes, that definitely looks like a real crow. Okay, 1 year later. Looks like a. So this is a love story after all. Not sure how I feel about that, but we'll see what happens. Looks like she's visiting a grave, perhaps Shelley Webster. So I'm wondering if Shelley was her mom, her sister. Guessing not her mom, because typically you don't call your mom by your first name. Eric Draven. Thanks for the skulls. I love those emojis, Marlith. Very Wednesday Addams. The little girl is not family. She said she took care of her, just a friend. Okay, got it. I like this moody atmosphere with the rain. This music is way too chipper for my taste. It's not Evanescence. It's like the opposite of Evanescence. A genuine hot dogger. I agree, Crazy Cat. I think some of the best films came out in the 90s. If you ever get the chance, if they do another re release, I recommend seeing it on the big screen. I don't doubt the big screen would be an amazing experience. However, my iPad isn't that small. It's big enough. Oh my goodness, someone just broke in and is like destroying things. Another shot of the crow. How many times have I blinked so far? I shouldn't be blinking at all. Oh my goodness, what is happening? Something's coming up from under the ground. Oh wow. Is this a zombie? I deliberately didn't do much research about this movie because I wanted to go in kind of blind. Oh my goodness. All I know is it's a cult classic. So it looks like a zombie just came up from the ground, came back from the dead. He looks kind of scared. Like, why am I here? What is this world? I know how you feel. I feel like I don't belong in this crazy, cheerful world either. Oh my goodness. So is that Brandon Lee? Is that him? Oh, yeah. Taking off the shirt. If you ever get the chance, oh, I read that. Do a Black Friday sale for a UHD flat screen. Well, maybe if I get enough super chats, I can afford a big screen. My iPad's not bad. Wait, big question. Did you look into the curses surrounding the film? I did not. I specifically didn't look into this film too much because I wanted to go in with blind, like fresh eyes. All I know is it's a cult classic. People talk about it, and it's got a crow. It's dark. So, as Wednesday, I was like, all right, I'm in. Oh, that looks kind of like my timer. Whoa, more explosions. Crows are very intelligent animals. This crow, yes, I can tell this crow must have been well trained to be in a movie. This is a nice shot. So I can already say I'm loving the cinematography. I'm guessing this has to be Brandon Lee, right? So he came back to life. So was he Devon? Is this Devon? Beautiful shots of his muscles, his long hair. I like long dark hair. This won't ruin anything, but I'll say what I was going to say when the movie is over at the end. Okay. This film is worth enjoying and appreciating on its own. Soak this in for its own sake. All right, I'll listen to you, crazy cat. Yes, this must be Brandon Lee. Ironically, I think that crow is really a raven. Quoth the raven evermore. If we do a Edgar Allan Poe night, I'll read the raven. Gabriel. Does he know that cat? Oh, he knows that cat. That cat must have been like in his life. Wow, I love the lighting and the cinematography. It's just so gorgeous. So it looks like these guys like broke into his place. Pornography. Oh gosh. Shelley. Oh, so is this what happened right before he died? Is he remembering? Is that Shelley? This music is haunting. Oh my goodness, he got shot in the back? Wow. Who are those bad guys, I wonder? And now he's like doing a somersault around it. He's kind of like Batman. Whoa. His hands healed super fast. Dr. Johnny! The Cure song Burn instantly made me a Cure fan. Still my favorite song with the tight toms and growling. Yes. Comment below if you like The Cure. I love The Cure. All right, so now we're getting some insight into what happened when he died. A little bit of insight. We don't know who these bad guys are, though. All questions will be answered. How are you tonight, Dr. Johnny? I hope you're feeling dark and miserable like the rest of us. Anything dark and miserable going on, just let it out. This is an opportunity to embrace the sad, dark things in life. We have to process those things. Oh, who's that? More shots of the crow. Wow, what a beautiful shot. Like, this is just like gorgeous. Like, how long did it take them to set up this shot? Oh, creepy mask. It's like the, oh, I like all those candles. Oh, so, oh, so they were a couple. Spring bride. Oh my. It looks like they were deeply in love. They were going to be married the next day on Halloween. Oh gosh. I love this music. He's putting on makeup. Interesting. I definitely admire a man who gets ready for revenge with the same care others take for prom night. He's like putting on makeup. So it seems pretty clear that he's going to get revenge against the guys that murdered his love, right? Oh gosh, look. Now that's some makeup right there. That's some makeup. Seems like he's taking "Till Death Do Us Part" as a personal challenge. I admire that. As Wednesday Addams, I must say. I understand this. I understand where his head's at. So iconic. This is one series where I always like the villains more than the heroes. Really. Are they villains or are they just misunderstood? You know? I feel like Brandon Lee brooding on that rooftop, it kind of reminded me of Batman. Like if Batman had a soul and better eyeliner. This pawn shop guy is in a ton of stuff. Yeah, the pawn shop guy, he looked very familiar. Ooh, look at the crow. He's flying. Are there any crow emojis? You guys should type a crow emoji every time we see the crow. Let's see how many times we see the crow. All right, now he's clearly out for revenge. Yeah? He's gonna go get the bad guys. Yes. I love this music. Ooh, those are cool shots of the eyes. That is a Nine Inch Nails cover of Joy, a Joy Division song. Kind of ironic. It's called Joy Division. Yeah, I have to be in the right kind of mood for Nine Inch Nails. Whoa. Oh, wow. I love that laughter. He's kind of like the Joker, right? He kind of reminds me of Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Wow, this cinematography is so beautiful. With the fire, the lighting. We see the crow again. This is exactly why I've been begging my family for a pet crow. Crows are obedient, ominous, and highly cinematic. He said murderer in a loft a year ago. On Halloween. Interesting timing. Oh, gross. So now we really hate the villains. That makes the villains very hateable. It's one thing to be kind of quirky and dark, it's another thing to be violent and horrible. Ugh. So now we hate the villains. This actor playing the villain was in True Romance. Oh, wow. Good catch. Oh, he got him right in the shoulder. Well, he's a goner. I guess he got what he deserved. I feel like the villains kind of look like they escaped a thrift store explosion. Like the villains are sort of very stylish in a post apocalyptic street urchin way. Now it's like a dark concert. This is sort of like an Evanescence kind of sound a little bit. Female singer. And this villain you're seeing now is in The Warriors, the one outside the office. Okay, cool. Oh my, look at this lady. She's got an interesting tattoo. The moment you know you're going to die is when your childhood is over. It's a pretty dark way of looking at it. It's an interesting snow globe. Great hair all around for our chief players. Yeah, everyone has great hair in this. Oh my gosh, did they kill that woman? It's like a globe of a graveyard. She's dead? Oh gosh. These villains are really, really twisted. Like, I'm all about some quirky, fun, like Halloween spooky darkness, but I'm not all about murder. No way. These villains are very unlikable. Those were her eyes they were using as drugs. Ugh. They used her up, apparently. I like this kid. I like this little young actress. Oh no, I'm Wednesday Addams. I like the darkness. I'm just saying I don't side with the villains. Even though I'm Wednesday Addams, I definitely don't side with murder. Is that him? I think that's him. Yeah, I see what you mean, Mike White. As far as like the actors, the characters themselves. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Oh, it's Edgar Allan Poe. He's reciting Poe's poem. All right, if we get 15 super chats, I will do a live Edgar Allan Poe night and read poems and spooky songs, stories of your choice. Well, that bullet is not going to hurt him. Wow, it heals so fast. Look at his creepy grin. Hmm. It is sad that Shelley was taken too soon. Most marriages end in divorce, and this one ended in murder. Slightly more romantic. Oh, wow. It was painted in blood. He took the time to paint a crow out of blood. That's talent. That's takes a very specific talent. Oh, another flashback? Ah, it's that's the wedding ring. He's so tortured. Is this place going to explode? Fun boy. What a name. Oh, he's just the messenger. He doesn't die, he's just the messenger. What a job. Eric Draven. And he grabs the guitar. Uh-oh. It's about to explode. Oh, wow. Looks like he jumped out just in time. Divine instrument of justice. If I ever die violently, I too would like to return for vengeance. Though honestly, I probably just haunt the local library. Uh-oh. Something tells me he's not going to hurt the police because he's actually a good guy. He's already dead. You can't kill him because he's already dead. Too freaking weird. I think his makeup looks beautiful. Even better than mine. I don't know it yet. That was spooky. A mime from hell. Comment below if you like mimes. I do. The Crow was a sleeper hit. The film wasn't heavily promoted, but still was very successful, based mostly on word of mouth and an immediate cult following. I see. I'm waiting for your reaction to something coming up. I can't watch the movie at the same time. Okay. Man, these villains are just so maniacal. They kind of look like vampires. Tintin. What kind of name is Tintin? Oh, they're doing cocaine. Horrible. Wow. Coked up much? She does look hot, though. What's an eyeball or two amongst friends? All right. Love the dark humor. Keep the dark humor coming. Whoa. Oh, he saved her. He knows her. Oh, he saved the little girl. Butt face. A clown. Oh, she remembers him. I feel like the rain is symbolic of like baptism or something. Like the rain feels very symbolic of something. When he touched her, he got flashes of images and memories through her eyes. Yeah, so I feel like when he touches something, the memories come to him, everything surrounding that thing he touches. I like the little girl, Sarah. I like her narration too. I feel like children say the most honest things, and that's why adults spend years teaching them to lie. She is the true main character of the movie. Yeah, it seems like Sarah is like a big character in this. She's narrating it, so I like her brutal honesty. More of the crow. So how many times have we seen the crow now? I don't know who this third person you are talking to. I can't see their comments. Huh. Merlith, I'm talking to Crazy Cat and Mike White. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to see their comments. Okay, they're getting it on. More heavy metal. Every character in the film is dark except for the girl. Yeah. The movie is called The Crow. Oh, now we get to see like, oh, there he is with the guitar. All right. Fun boy. What a name. Freako. Oh, fearless. You can't kill someone who's already dead. He's faking it. Oh gosh. He's- Now he's telling Jesus jokes? I wasn't prepared for all this. That's kind of funny. Very dark, but funny. Can you put me up for the night? As Wednesday Addams, I appreciate that dark humor. So that's really what he's concerned about is his sheets. That's how you know someone's really twisted when they're about to die and they're concerned about their sheets. That is a sign of a very twisted, materialistic person. The actress played a big part in Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven. Okay. Mopar, how you doing? You got your plushie? Mother is the name for God. Oh, maybe that'll teach her a lesson. To stop doing drugs and be a responsible mother. It's worth a shot. Yeah, me neither, Mopar. I do like the soundtrack, I must say. There she is. So Darla is like the little girl's mom. Darla is Sarah's mom. Back to check where you are in the movie. I pressed a button so I don't have to see other people's comments, which stops them from seeing mine. Oh, interesting. Okay. Right on. Well, that's cool. So we are at 44 minutes and 25 seconds into the film, if you want to sync up with this timer. It's interesting. It's like once we realize how awful the villains are, we're on his side, you know? He's figuring it out. He is a ghost. He's a very unique type of ghost. 6-story swan dive. 30 hours. So now he's learning exactly what happened. All he has to do is touch him and he can see it all. Oh. Oh. Wow. He's so tortured. Oh. Oh, he stayed with her. Oh. Mm. Oh. Wow, these two are both wonderful actors. This is a great scene. Wow, what an amazing scene. That was a really amazing scene. That's like the heart of the whole movie, I feel. You know, we side with him because we understand his pain. If you've ever dealt with grief and loss, you empathize with Brandon Lee, with Eric Devon. You know, it's hard not to empathize with him. Yeah, they have good chemistry. Goodness. So if you're just tuning in, you can sync up with this timer. We're watching The Crow. If I get 15 super chats by the end of the movie, I will host a live where I will read and discuss poems, songs, dark Gothic stories of your choice. These actors definitely play great villains. Like, I really don't like them. They're very committed. It's very emotional commitment. Funny how he called him Birdman. A boy and his bird. Yeah, Mike, you can sync up with this timer. We're at 50 minutes and 56 seconds. Yeah, a perfect look for a villain. He's just a sociopath, he seems. Just a complete sociopath. I like this music. Music's fun. The soundtrack's look at him. He's on the rooftop playing a guitar with the crow. Yeah, you like the white fluffy kitty? Did you hear that they said those two are siblings? Oh, are they really? Sarah's cute. Sarah's like a little, she's like tough, you know? She seems like a tough little cookie playing her heavy metal music. Yeah, the characters are supposed to be siblings, so they're even more twisted. They're into incest, it seems. When this film came out, think of all the similar styled films made after this. This was such an influential film. I can see how this film was influential for other dark gothic films after it, for sure. They're half siblings, same father. Right. Obviously, she's Asian, so that wouldn't make sense if they were like 100% siblings. Half siblings makes more sense. I like that guitar solo at the top where he was sitting on the top of the building. That guitar solo on the roof was totally unnecessary, but also completely necessary. Now we see the crow again. There he is. This villain has one of the most iconic movie moments in The Warriors. Is that so? Oh gosh. Yes, the city is so gritty and grimy. It's sort of like Gotham. I feel like the Batman movies were influenced by this movie. I'm sitting in my room right now saying lines before they happen. What in the crap? Oh no, the cop spilled his coffee. That's a tragedy. I feel like the theme of this movie reminds me of the John Wick films because if you think about it, John Wick was all about getting vindication for the bad guys who killed his dog, right? And a similar concept, like this whole film is about vengeance, vindication against the bad guys who killed the love of his life. And that breeds a lot of like action scenes, dark, dark humor. For anyone else, warriors, come out and play. That was this villain. The creator of John Wick is the Brandon Lee stuntman. Oh, and body double. Okay, I didn't know that. Thanks for sharing these fun facts. People have been telling revenge stories since the beginning of time, I suppose. Yes. He's remembering him. I love this haunting music. Poetic justice. He's a vigilante. This performance here from this actor is impeccable. I love his dialogue and perfect for a bizarre situation. Yeah, I mean, the actor performed that scene very well. Like, you see, like, the terror, the confusion, like, facing his doom. Wow. May the punishment fit the crime. Oh my gosh, is the fire gonna make a crow? Wow, that is epic. That's pretty. It's like poetic justice, beautiful in the darkest way possible. Eric Draven. I love that last name Draven because it's got Raven in it. you know, it's like very on the nose. Yes, all of their deaths have been ironic. Devil's Night. Oh, wow, she came back. Sarah's mom is back making her eggs. Imagine that. Oh, wow. So he made a positive impact. He woke her up. Aww. Aww. Oh, she called her mom instead of Darla. It's like she's forgiving her and giving her a chance to be a mom. So sweet. All right, enough sweet sappiness. Back to bitterness. I definitely like that moment, though, I must say. That was a nice moment. It's sort of like suggesting that there is some light amidst the darkness that can be found and created. Having a specter put the fear of God into her could do that for her. Yep. The vigilante killer. I think we have about 40 minutes left of this movie. If we get 15 super chats by the end, I will host a fun live night with spooky gothic poetry songs and your requests for short gothic stories, etc., etc. I like that the mother and daughter have sort of rekindled something a little healthier. I wonder if she's about to discover something. This Sarah. Yeah, I agree with you, Mopar. Marlith, thank you for suggesting this. I think Marlith was the one who suggested it. Aw, the guitar. More of these romantic moments. Love is beautiful. Love is so beautiful. Wow. That's why love is beautiful, which is precisely why it never lasts. It's fleeting, like everything else in life. This is an interesting Halloween film. It's very like heavy. Aw, cute kitty. I mean, oh, why is that cutie white and not dark? You know what would be another good Wednesday movie reaction? Coraline. All right. Yeah, I was going to say whoever donates the most super chats can pick the next movie. But Coraline's a great choice. As Wednesday Addams, I think that Coraline would be appropriate for me. Love has murdered me many times. Oh. I like this little actress. She's great. There's the crow. Aw. Aw. There he is. Aw, what a beautiful shot. What a beautiful scene. He's so scared. So scared. He's so squeamish. I'd be scared too if I was him. You know, that field they were in, they filmed in a violent nature. In that same field, another great horror revenge film. Interesting. Thanks for sharing. Your fairy godfather. Ooh, loving this guitar. Yes. Another guitar solo at the rooftop. Yeah. Another absolutely unnecessary guitar solo. Unnecessary, yet totally necessary. Wow, I can feel the rage. You really feel for him. Even though two wrongs don't really make a right, you really feel his pain, his torture, and his desire for this vigilante, vindicated sort of kind of eye for an eye thing he's going for. It's like you almost kind of side with his perspective. Movie turned into The Who. Never seen The Who. Yes, it's necessary for the vibe. Part of the job of the filmmaker is to set up and create the atmosphere. As far as the atmosphere and the mood goes, it's very, very well crafted. Like the world feels almost like a comic book, which I guess it's based on a comic book, right? Devil's Night. It is based on a comic book. This film is very faithful to the comic book. Now I'm curious to read the comic. Comment if you've ever read this comic. Seems like a comic I, Wednesday Addams, would enjoy. Never read the comic. Comment if you have. Disorder, chaos, anarchy. He's become one with the crow. The crow's just sitting upon him. Wow. Now he's really going nuts. A lot of references to the gods. So I feel like this might be saying something about, the God being like punishing those who don't obey, kind of thing. I feel like this is the climax because it's did do anything. This is totally fake. Play prop gun. I own it. His own creation go to big commercialized. You own the comic book? That's cool. There he goes. Wow. I'll help you out. Don't ask me why this is here. It's fake. I don't like gun violence. Not a fan. Oh gosh. I must say Brandon Lee is this is an incredible performance. Like everything he does, he's so emotionally committed. The nuance, the subtlety, and also like the parts where he's just going all out like this. Like you can see the rage, you know. Wow. Oh, now he's switching weapons. You're all going to die. This band playing is a real badass band called My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult. I've seen them live. That's cool. Yeah, I like the music. Comment a rock emoji if you like the music. Goodness. But is violence the way? Is this the higher path? I don't think so. This isn't the higher path. This is a path, though. Man, these villains are crazy. Oh, now he pushes him out the window, which is the same thing that happened to him. He got out, like he did a swan dive out the window. I just love his expressions. Like Brandon Lee's expressive face in this is just very, very fun to watch. I own the comic book. I was saying Devil's Night got too big and became commercialized. Okay. And got way bigger than what Top Dollar created. I see. Well, they can't catch him. You know, there is something, I have to say, as Wednesday Addams, there is something so moving about a villain falling to his death. It's like gravity giving us a standing ovation. Whoa! Another swan dive. But he's surviving now. It's like he's alive, but not. It's a weird paradox, a weird contradiction. To be a ghost. He just wants a big explosion to prove that he's more powerful than a god or something. So his whole motivation is just power. I see. They're going to try to kill the crow. Yeah, I'm always interested in, like, okay, understanding the villain. Even if I don't agree with the villains, I want to at least understand what is their motivation. Seems like they're just motivated by power. Whereas Brandon Lee is motivated by love. I'm coming home, Shelley. Oh gosh. I guess it's Halloween, so they're all dressed up. Shelley Webster. Oh, the flowers. Oh, she's sleeping by the grave. Oh, and she's waiting for him. Wow. Yeah, so I guess the villain's motivation is chaos, and but in a sense, creating chaos makes him feel powerful, so it's really late, Sarah. He's so like paternal towards her. Oh, this is the heart of the movie right here. Oh, he's giving her a necklace. How sweet. Oh, it's touching. Very sweet. He's like hugging her so fiercely. Oh, yeah, I love character studies. Oh, he has to go back to the land of the dead, whatever that land is in this world, in this fictional world. Mopra, I figured you'd like that sweet moment. Well, it looks like we don't have any super chats, so I don't know who's going to pick the next movie, but I'm still open to suggestions after this one's over. So innocent. Oh. Uh-oh. So I guess the movie isn't about to end. Love these shots. Beautiful shots. It's raining again, of course. Oh gosh. Now, now this is the ultimate climax, I'm guessing. Oh, he shot the bird. Is the bird injured? Oh, he's actually bleeding. Oh wow, because the bird's injured. Marlith, thank you. Thank you, Marlith. Marlith, so far you're in the lead to choose the next movie. Thank you for the super chat. I mean, thumbs down, because Wednesday Addams doesn't smile. No, this is so terrible. How could they be so evil? Like, how could they be so evil? All right, I'll help you guys out. Just kidding. I don't condone violence of any kind. I don't like guns or violence at all. His voice is so like he's got like such a human, relatable voice at times, you know? Like there's he plays his character with so much like vulnerability, but also like fierceness. It's like this interesting contradiction. So now he's not invincible. Because they hurt the crow. Oh, smooches. Evil smooches between half brother and sister. Bleh, bleh, yuck, yuck, yuck. Bleh. Mm. Making love like royalty. Oh, gosh. Oh, wow. Oh, the crow. It's like he's controlling the crow with his mind. Oh, brutal. Oh, wow. Again, another villain falling to her death. Like gravity giving us a standing ovation. Oh, poor little girl. All right, if she doesn't survive, I'm going to hate this movie. I'm just going to put that out there. She better survive. He's the ultimate, like, sacrifice. He's. Huh? Okay, she's still holding on. She's okay. Oh, oh. The stakes are so high. Like, this film has made us care so much about that little girl. So the stakes feel really high right now, you know? Oh, no. Oh, gosh. Ugh, you got a lot of spirit. Ugh, I have something to give you. Oh, he can transfer the pain to him? Oh, weird. He can, like, transfer the pain to him. And another villain falling to his death. Gravity giving us a standing ovation. A lot of villains falling off roofs. Oh, and they're reunited. All right. Well, at least the good girl has survived. The stakes were so high, he actually got staked. Yeah, the irony. Oh, what he kept in here? This is like a religious film. So much talk about church and God. He just disappeared. I guess it's time for him to go back to the other side. It's not too late to get 15 super chats. If we get 15, I will do a live dark poetry, song lyrics, story night where we can read and discuss your favorite dark poems, like Edgar Allan Poe. So I'm glad the cop survived. I'm glad Sarah survived. The characters with the good intentions survived. Crazy cat, thank you. Suggestion for future reactions: Santa Sangre, 1989, spooky character study. Okay. Thank you so much for the suggestion. Oh my gosh, now he's getting reunited with his love. There she is. She looks like an angel. She looks like a beautiful angel. Now they can be together in a better place. Even though, if this is following religion, he just committed a bunch of sins, but in the name of love. So it's sort of contradictory to religion in some ways. The crow's holding the wedding ring. Aw. I can see how this is sort of like controversial, I'm sure, to some people. At least their souls are in peace. Real love is forever. That's the moral of the story. Real love is forever. For Brandon and Eliza. Directed by Alex Proyas. Screenplay by David J. Shao and John Shirley. Based on the comic book series and comic book strip by James O'Barr. Produced by Edward R. Pressman and Jeff Most. Executive producer Robert L. Rosen. I like this song. I want to hear these lyrics. I feel like these lyrics are important. In association with Jeff Most Productions, co-producers. This is like the one song that feels more like almost spiritual, gospel. And it's a female voice. But it's like a very dark love story, I feel. Yeah, he was acting as supernatural karmic justice. So I feel like most films about vengeance revel in bloodshed, and The Crow does too, but it dares to suggest that love, not hate, is the true force behind revenge, which is a very daring concept, you know? Eric Draven, I love the name. The character name's perfect. It does not return to punish strangers, right? Eric Draven, he returns because someone stole his happiness. And that makes it infinitely more terrifying. Violence for violence is common, but violence for love is operatic. It's like a symphony. And the crow itself, it's a clever symbol. You know, the birds survive, right, on death. And here, death sustains justice. The film doesn't really believe in happy endings, it believes in balance. And in a world as rotten as this one, balance is perhaps the most merciful ending we can hope for. It's kind of what I get from it. It also feels like, death is usually the end of a story, but in The Crow, it's like the beginning. And Brandon Lee's character is not merely resurrected, he's transfigured into a judge, kind of like a jury, right? An executioner. And the film is less about revenge than it is about inevitability, the inevitability of consequences, of violence returning to the men who birthed it, right? Sort of like you reap what you sow, sort of thing. So, in other words, it's like he's karma dressed in black leather. It's fashionable. And I think what makes this film remarkable, its ability to weave gothic romanticism with brutal urban decay. The city is a cathedral of fire escapes and broken glass, a perpetual Halloween where no one even bothers to take down the decorations. And the cinematography, it turns shadows into characters. Rain feels like a baptism, and not into life, but into uh, vengeance. It's like the rain is like a baptism for vengeance, almost. Does that make sense? And I think Brandon Lee gives the film this tragic heartbeat. He balances rage with tenderness, which is far more frightening than either emotion alone. And one can sense that ghostly irony that his own death haunts the film even more than the phantoms on the screen. I mean, his performance is immortalized not just by the narrative, but by the cruel reality that he did not even live to see this. And perhaps that makes him the truest ghost of all. It's a beautiful song at the end, too. I think thematically, The Crow understands that love and loss are conjoined twins, inseparable and occasionally murderous. It argues that grief left unburied rises like the dead. And it also suggests that justice is rarely served in polite daylight, but in the cold hours where no one pretends to be good. I mean, the film isn't perfect, but I feel like it's saying perfection is kind of dull, and the Crow is anything but dull. It's like a fever dream, a requiem, and it lingers kind of like a raven shadow. It's unsettling, beautiful, and oddly comforting if you've ever been on speaking terms with death. I think my favorite thing about it is that it's not just a revenge story. It's a gothic hymn for the brokenhearted. And personally, as Wednesday Addams, I find it delightful when the brokenhearted break back. This is the perfect song too. This is like the perfect song for the ending credits. I want to look up the song lyrics of those ending credits. Marlith! Thank you so much, Marlith, for the super chat. Oh my goodness. Even if you don't know the film was based on a comic book, the comic book style comes across too. People who don't know it was a comic still pick up on that. Yeah, I didn't even know it was a comic. You got to see the documentary about the creator and hear the story of where this story came from. I'll see if I can post a link in the comments for this later. Yes, please post a link to the documentary. I have to look up those lyrics really quickly. I'm just so curious. I'm going to look them up. So it was like the final song at the end of The Crow. If anyone else knows the name of that song. I feel like the lyrics sounded really beautiful. What was the name of the song? I mean, we had some great songs in there. The Nine Inch Nails songs, The Cure, Rage Against the Machine, Stone Temple Pilots. Time to take her home, her lazy head is conscience laden. I mean, that song, who sings that song? That one's a good one. Let's see if I can find what is the name of the song. Use Google here. What is the name of the song? The End of the Crow. Let's see. Okay, here it is. It Can't Rain All the Time. Performed by Jane Sebright. Let's see if I can pull up those lyrics. Really want to read these lyrics. Okay, here it goes. I found them. Thank you so much for the super chat. So it looks like Merlith, you shared the most super chats. So you can pick the next film I watch. Crazy Cat, you had a great suggestion of Coraline and Santa Sangre, 1989, which I'm probably mispronouncing that, which was a spooky character study. So Merlith, what do you think about those suggestions? Santa Sangre or Coraline? Anyone else is welcome to chime in, but I'll let Merlith pick since he was the top super chatter. Yes, I think so. I think so, Merlith. Okay. So here are the lyrics. In the pounding feet, in the streets below, and the window breaks, and a woman falls. There's something wrong. It's so hard to believe that love will prevail. It won't rain all the time. The sky won't fall forever, and though the night seems long, your tears won't fall. Your tears won't fall. Your tears won't fall forever. Last night I had a dream. You came into my room. You took me into your arms, whispering and kissing me and telling me to still believe. But then the emptiness of a burning sea, against which we see our darkness of sadness, until I felt safe and warm. I fell asleep in your arms. When I awoke, I cried again, for you were gone. Oh, can you hear me? Seems like it's a slow, haunting ballad that reflects Eric Draven's tragic love story. The themes of loss, sorrow, love enduring beyond death, and hope. The title itself being phrased, "It can't rain all the time." Like the song, when I was listening to it, it felt melancholic and emotional, and the vocals were carrying this sort of sense of longing and release. It can't rain all the time, which ties directly to the film's theme of finding hope and light even through overwhelming darkness. So even though this film was very, very dark, it's actually got a really interesting moral that love can endure beyond death. So in a way, if you're looking for something really, really dark, you might be a little disappointed. But as Wednesday Addams, I like that theme a lot. As much as I like darkness, I do like the idea that love can prevail beyond the grave. Love is everlasting. It's beautiful, yet still a little dark, you know. Headset Hub. I want to hear what you guys think. What did you think of the film? I shared with you my thoughts. All right, we have 2 minutes left. If anyone wants to donate a super chat, if we get to 15 super chats, I will host a live poetry, song lyric, spooky story night where I will read and discuss your favorite songs, spooky poems, gothic stories, etc. I believe this song was written for the movie. Yes, it seems that way. There's Corrine. Halloween month starts now, so we got to watch some horror Halloween movies. Well, hello, unreal estate agent. We just finished watching The Crow. I just shared my thoughts. So Headset Hub is suggesting there's Corrine, Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a good one because that movie is a Halloween plus Christmas movie all in one. There's also A Corpse Bride. Absolutely. Sounds right up Wednesday Addams' alley. I know, Merlith. Merlith, you gave me such a big super chat. So Merlith will get to choose the next movie we watch. Thank you so much, Merlith. You're awesome. But Merlith, we can take into consideration everyone else's suggestions, but Merlith gets the final choice because he's the top super chatter. Thank you for the donations. So that's an interesting suggestion. So Crazy Cat suggested Santa Sangre is horror. So that's good for October. Every Wednesday, we'll be back, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard for the next film. So let's try to decide what the next movie should be. Everyone is welcome to suggest. Merlith, I'll let you make the final call. I actually did like The Crow. I shared my thoughts on The Crow. It was beautifully and artfully crafted. It was a lot like Poetic Justice, and I like that it suggests that love can exist beyond life. Love is everlasting. So Santa Sangre, that's one suggestion. Dreamscape is another suggestion. Coraline. Well, Merlith, if you want to decide on the next film, by all means you can, because you were the top super chatter. You gave an awesome donation. But only if you want to. If your brain's too tired, I can also put all your suggestions in a poll if you'd like to do that. Yes, love transcends death. That's a beautiful theme. Time to take her home. Her lazy head is conscience laden. So we could actually just do a poll. So all of you who are actually here in the chat, um and I know Crazy Cat, you gave a donation too. So I want to watch something that you all would like to watch for sure. So Corpse Bride, Coraline, Dreamscape, Santa Sangre, Corinne, The Nightmare Before Christmas. So comment below. Let me know what your suggestions are. What films sound good to you? Yes, Marlith, you can add movie suggestions after the live is over, of course. And we didn't reach the super chat goal of 15 super chats, but I will still be doing a Wednesday Addams dance tutorial since we achieved the goal last time. So stay tuned for that. So Unreal Estate says Dreamscape. Anyone else for Dreamscape? Got one vote for Dreamscape. Think of Wednesday Addams taste now. Now, Kim really likes happy, cheerful films, but Wednesday Addams prefers dark comedy, dark humor. After all, it is spooky season. So every Wednesday in October, we'll be watching a spooky movie. But it doesn't have to be horror. It can just have a little spookiness, It doesn't have to be super horrifying. I've never seen Dreamscape. I've also never seen the ones Crazy Cat suggested. Santa Sangre. Anyone else? Just type the title of the movie that interests you the most, and I'll kind of tally it up. Thank you so much, Marlith. You're the best. And thank you, Crazy Cat, too, for the super chat donation. When would the next stream be approximately? The next stream will be Wednesday night because I'm Wednesday. So every Wednesday in October at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, we will be doing a live stream of a spooky, gothic, dark comedy. As long as it's got a little darkness, Wednesday Addams will probably like it. I know Mopar suggested an actual Addams Family film. So, Marlith, which of those films would strike your fancy? So comment below. Let me know. Oh, for you, it's Thursday. Well, I see, because you're all the way Norway. In Georgia, it's still Wednesday. But I guess for Mopar and Merlith, it's Thursday. So you can call me Thursday Addams. Mike says, I was going to say Lisa Frankenstein. Okay. Merlith, did you say you would want to do Dreamscape? Santa Sangre will rock your world. It's not going to win any polls because I'm guessing no one else in the chat has seen it, but it's extraordinarily artistry, even if you don't do it for YouTube. Well, thank you for the suggestion, Crazy Cat. It's hump day here. Yes, it's Wednesday. So next Wednesday night, what do y'all want to see? I'm going to actually look up Dreamscape right now. Dreamscape. Actually, I'll just look it up here. I'll look up Dreamscape. Because I've never... So in 1984, it's a horror sci-fi. It says selfish teen Alex Gardner Dennis Quaid is coerced into joining a government project in which psychics like him are trained to enter others' dreams. He starts learning to use his abilities to do good, but before long, a new official, Bob Blair, seizes control of the project. A writer helps Alex uncover Blair's true motives, which involve assassination via dreams. Soon, only Alex and a beautiful scientist stand in the way of something terrible. Okay, so it's a little sci fi, spooky film. Sounds kind of interesting. 1984, so I'm intrigued because I like 80s films. So that's Dreamscape. So comment if that one sounds interesting. I'm going to look up Santa Sangre. 1989, another 80s film, horror fantasy. Okay, in Mexico, the traumatized son, Alex Jodorowsky, of a knife thrower and a trapeze artist, bonds grotesquely with his now armless mother. Horror fantasy. Okay. 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb. So it's a former circus artist escapes from a mental hospital to rejoin his armless mother, the leader of a strange religious cult. Weird. And is forced to enact brutal murders. Oh gosh. Awakened from his stupor, he is taken on a field trip with his fellow residents when by chance he sees someone from his past. This compels him to reenact his trauma. Wow, that sounds really weird. Okay. So comment if you want to see Santa Sangre. It looks very, very unique. Never seen either of those films. I'm thinking of some Friday the 13th type films. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of blood and killings in those movies, but I'm curious if it's suitable for this channel because family friendly. You can suggest any films you want. You can make any suggestions. I was going to let Merlith be the ultimate decision for the very next one, just because he was the top super chat donator. But I don't know if Merlith even wants to make that decision, which is fine. So I will take all your considerations, all your suggestions into consideration. Yes, as Wednesday Addams, I prefer a little comedy, a little cheekiness, a little dark comedy, not necessarily super duper horror. Something, as Wednesday Addams, I like to think. I like movies that are thought provoking as opposed to just slasher films. Okay, so we have Dreamscape, which I just read. We have Santa Sangre, which is the other one I just read. And someone else suggested Coraline. I have seen Rocky Horror Picture Show. I've seen that one. It's a great, that's an amazing film. But I've never seen the others that were suggested. I've never seen Lisa Frankenstein. The Shining, good suggestion. Here, what I can do, Carrie, okay. I want to watch a film that you all would like to see. I think Coraline was a really good suggestion. Crazy Cat suggested Coraline. Coraline is a stop motion animated dark fantasy horror film written and directed by Henry Selick, based on the 2002 novella by Neil Gaiman. It was the first feature film produced by Leica Studios. The voice cast includes Dakota Fanning, Terry Hatcher, Jennifer Saunders, Dawn French, lots of great voice actors. The film tells the story of a young girl discovering an idealized alternate universe behind a secret door in her new home, unaware that it contains something dark and sinister. 11-year-old Coraline Jones and her parents move from Michigan into the Pink Palace Apartments, where she meets a black cat. So she finds this other world. That one sounds really intriguing. I feel like right now, out of all the suggestions, Coraline is my top choice. But I want to make sure it's something Merlith likes and everyone else wants to see. So comment below if you want to watch Coraline next Wednesday or Thursday if you're in Norway. The underworld was influenced by The Crow. Underworld is another movie with heavy goth style. That's not my suggestion. I'm just thinking out loud. Okay. It's pretty violent though. Interview with a Vampire. I've never seen that film. I will put Three from Hell into the rotation. It's a horror comedy. Three from Hell. Three from Hell. Never heard of that. I've heard of Interview with the Vampire, though. It's an American horror film written, co-produced, and directed by Rob Zombie. Oh, excuse me. It's the third of a final installment in the Firefly trilogy. Okay. Several news reports about the Firefly family's murderous rampage. Through the reports, it is revealed that baby Otis. Okay. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Coraline sounds like a gothic Alice in Wonderland. Yes, it does. Crazy Cat, didn't you suggest Coraline? An American Werewolf in London. Good suggestion. Underworld is not a horror. It's like gothic action movie. Vampires versus werewolves. Maybe watch the other films before the last one in the trilogy. Yeah, that's a good call, Crazy Cat. So Underworld. Is that your suggestion, Merlith? It's an American horror film series. Follows characters who are caught up in a war between vampires and werewolves. Most of the films star Kate Beckinsale as Celine. Okay, so it's like an action film. Comment below if you want to watch Underworld. I'm not really suggesting anything, just thinking out loud. Typical goth movies. Okay. The Devil's Advocate. Never seen that. Merlith, would you want to watch Coraline? Mopar, Mike, Unrealistic Agent. Would you want to watch Coraline? Headset Hub, would you want to watch Coraline? Before we decide, I want to make sure everyone would want to watch it. That's the one I think I, as Wednesday Addams, would enjoy. Unreal Estate says, sure, Coraline is okay for me. If it's your top, I'll go for your top. Okay, I'm down for Coraline. Okay. And Crazy Cat, I know you suggested it, so you're down for it too, yeah? Looks like everyone's down for Coraline. That could be fun. I've never seen it. I've heard really interesting things about it. It got really great reviews. It's very imaginative. So I feel like as Wednesday Addams, it's definitely up my alley. It's a film a lot of folks were talking about. So if everyone's on board with it, that can be our next movie for Wednesday night. Good, clean, spooky fun. That's right. Good, clean, spooky fun. So that way it'll be a contrast. Since this one was pretty violent, we can watch one that's more of a contrast, so it won't be as hardcore violent as this one was. We can kind of go back and forth. Still spooky and dark in its own unique way, but not quite as violent. So happy about that. All right. Great suggestions. Thank you, Crazy Cat, for the suggestions. Merlith, if you want to watch it, I want to make sure you want to watch it. Thank you for being the top super chatter. Thank you to Merlith and Crazy Cat for your super chat donations. Really appreciate it. We didn't reach our goal, but we reached our goal last time. So stay tuned for, I'm going to do a Wednesday Addams dance tutorial live soon. Or I'll teach you the Wednesday Addams dance. Well, this was a lot of fun, for Wednesday. Any other thoughts you want to share about the film before we say goodnight? Ultimately, I feel like the crow, as Wednesday Addams, I feel like the crow was uplifting. A man dies, returns from the grave, avenges his murdered fiancée, and then dies again. Truly a circle of life I can respect. And so, if you enjoyed watching The Crow with me tonight, congratulations. You've proven your taste is as questionable as mine. So, join me next Wednesday when I will once again stare into the abyss of cinema. And maybe it will blink back. Marlith, you're so funny. You dropped all your thoughts. I know it's really late for you, Marlith. You should get some sleep. But thank you for joining this dark misery. I'll look forward to Coraline with y'all next Wednesday. I have not seen a Bruce Lee film. I need to. Thank you, Headset Hub. Yes, see you next Wednesday. I'm calling this series Wicked Wednesdays. Peace, Headset Hub. Mopar, it's always nice having you as part of these live streams. Well, if you have any other thoughts about The Crow, Merlith, if your thoughts come to you later, comment in the description of the video after this is posted. We can keep the conversation going. What I love about filmmaking is when films stimulate interesting dialogue and we can talk about how films affect our lives. I think that's the most important aspect of watching stories is how they impact our real lives, you know? So feel free to keep chatting in the description of the video if you think of anything else. And we'll watch Coraline next Wednesday. Thank you to everyone who donated with the super chats. And yeah, I'll see y'all soon. Also, on Real Takes and Movie Breaks, we'll be watching Batman 2 this Sunday night on Real Takes and Movie Breaks, the second of the Batman. So if you want to join me there, Kim will be there. I'm sorry. I won't be there. Kim will be there. Batman 2 is too cheerful for Wednesday Addams. A curse that hit every male in the family line. Yeah, that's right, Headset Hub. You were a part of the Finding Nemo live stream. Yeah, that was a film too cheerful for me, Wednesday Addams. Time flies. There is so much weird lore around Bruce Lee and Brandon. There was actually a curse on his family. He believed this. Interesting. Buildings burn, people die, but true love never dies. Exactly. True love never dies. I'm glad you found this channel too, Headset Hub. All right, everyone. Well, sweet dreams or nightmares, if that's your cup of tea. I'll see y'all soon. Take care. Stay dark and twisted. Good night, everyone. Take care.